Sellers are cutting their prices at record pace to combat softening demand. It's an article that I recently came across, and I don't believe that's true. I think that's bait. I think that if the property is not properly marketed, it is not in the right condition, and it doesn't have the right price. The price that the seller's gonna have to pay is for them to cut the prices down so potential buyers can actually go see the property. So if it's overpriced, it's not in the right condition, and the marketing is not where it should be, then the house is not going to sell. Now, let me elaborate more on the marketing side of it, because I think that's an area that I see a lot of houses on the market lack in, because they may be in a perfect condition, right? The home could be beautiful outside and inside, and it can even be priced correctly, but the way that it's presented to the marketing, the pictures, it's really important. The how what angle the pictures are taking on, what is being featured in the pictures as far as the living area, the kitchens, the bathrooms, the backyard, the front yard, the sides, right? What's around the house itself? Then are the neighbors do the neighbors keep things outside their house that is visible in the pictures? And then the story that is being told through a professionally written description of the house and the order that the pictures are presented online. Because a few years ago, over 90% of home buyers started a home search online. I really think that number is higher now and probably close to 100%. There may be one off that somebody's driving through a neighborhood to see an open house. They weren't thinking about going to an open house, but they stop and then they get curious and they start the home buying process there. But I really think that close to 100% of the people start their home search online when they're being serious about buying a home. So if and again, just going back to, okay, so we have a house, and it's an MLS. Maybe there's a website for it. The MLS is indicating the house to websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, but no one is coming to see the property. Well, it's probably because it's not making a good impression, right? So marketing truly matters. It's something that I'm very passionate about. Everything that goes into the house, again, it's not just about taking pictures, but it's everything that is done in preparation to the pictures, and then once the pictures are being taken, how they're being presented, right? What angles, what is being featured in those pictures. Same if you're doing a video. I mean, I've seen pictures of a flower in the kitchen. Like, it makes no sense. Why would you put a picture of a flower when you're trying to sell a house, right? You're not selling the flower. To pictures being taken with a really old phone, like different angles, bad angles, right? Like you pro some pictures that you see more of the ceiling than you see of the actual house. Like, it's all bad, and that first impression is really going to affect how the value that people perceive of your home. So how do you know if your house is being well presented? There's a couple different ways. For example, Zillow will tell you how many people have viewed the property, how many people have seen it. So you may want to look around your neighborhood, see what else is for sale, and just compare it, right? If there's a similar home, how many views is that property getting versus yours? How many saves is it getting versus your home? Excuse me. That's just one way to tell it. As a real estate agent professional, I have access to a lot more tools just from Zillow, Homes.com, Realtor.com to tell me how many people are seeing it per day. And again, when I'm presenting the house to the market, I take my clients through a process of, let's take a look at the house, let's take a look at the condition. What can we do to improve the condition of this home so it's well presented, and when people walk into the house, there's an emotional engagement with the house itself. And then everything that I do from the marketing around the pictures, again, that's very central, but it's not the only thing. Where I put it, the story that I tell with the pictures and the order they're put in online, to the where am I posting it, right? Am I creating a website for it? Am I sending a blast email to all the agents in the area? Or I had a listing in Benicia as an example, and noticed that there was a lot of people coming from Contra Costa County to see the property when I was doing the open houses. So of course I sent a blast email to all the active agents in the Benicia area, but I also took all of the agents in the Contra Costa County in that market, and I sent blast emails when we're doing open houses, when the house went on the market, or we did do a price adjustment at one point. So that's just again, that's just one thing. There's just so many things that I, as a professional, do, and I monitor. Right, how is this performing when I'm sending this blast email? When I'm doing this Facebook, Instagram campaign, I'm pushing it on Google. Right, what's working, and then doubling down on that to bring in as much traffic to the property as humanly possible. If we're doing open houses or if we're doing private showings, whatever it may be, the more people that come through the house, the more people that physically see it, the more likely that the house is going to get the high offer and the seller's not going to have to adjust the price because of the lack of marketing or the bad presentation of the house. I can go on and on and on because this is, as you can see, this is something that I'm very passionate about. But if you have a question or you're thinking about perhaps putting your house in the market in the future, I do offer free consultations. Well, I will come over to your home. I will give you my recommendations on what to do to the house to present it well. What's going to give you the most return, um, the highest return of investment, right? Does it make sense to do a full paint, a touch-up paint, do a change of color, maybe do something with the garden, do something with the blinds? Maybe we want to maybe add fixtures, remove fixtures. I will go over all of the process. I'll explain to you why that's important and why maybe a big ticket item like replacing the roof may not make sense, or it may make sense, or repainting the whole house. Why does it make sense? And what kind of return of investment you can expect from that, right? We want to see at least a little over $1 for every dollar you spend. So give me a call, send me an email, send me a text message. I will be more than happy to come over and review those items with you.